Is this working? Oh my goodness, what a day. Sometimes you just have those techie days that just don't go well. I'd say this is one of them. So anyway, we are here. We made it. Roop, roop. And I want to acknowledge you guys. You've really been taking on some things and releasing negative thinking, taking a look at how to let go of discouragement. You've been taking a look at what are some of those things that I think about that has me believe I'm not good enough. What's the proof that I take a look at? And you've been allowing yourself to take a look and see it's just a thought. It's a way that you've been creating an experience for yourself, a programming in your mind. And it starts oftentimes when we're little, right? It starts, well, not oftentimes, it starts when we start. And so it's important to realize that we've created these kinds of programmings without meaning to. There was no ill intention. Our mind and body is doing everything it can to make sure we survive. And it worked! You're here! Yay! Awesome, right? So it's important to realize, oh, okay, it did get me where I am, but it's limiting to where I want to be. And so I really want to acknowledge you guys for jumping on this stuff and really taking a look at it and letting yourselves be brave. That's so important and so cool. So today, what I thought would be fun, I need to change it. I actually want to do a 7 and 7. So this is the first version. This one is a 5 and 7 love challenge. And the idea is just really stepping in with yourself each day and creating that extra relationship, creating that extra attention on this human being that really needs it, really deserves it, right? This person that you are wants to be talked to well, wants to be respected, wants to be loved, and why not? Nothing else is anything you should expect, nothing less. So we're going to take a look. It'll be 5 steps this time. Next go round, it'll be 7 steps. So the first thing you're going to do, and we've talked about these already, so I just put them together in a challenge that you can practice each day. So they should feel very familiar to you because we've already been talking about them. So number 1, you're going to write down the negative thoughts, not avoid them, not try to shove them down, not try to push over them with positive thinking. This allows us to take a look at the poop, right? The things that are not so good, the things that are stinky and smelly, and go, oh, I need to clean that up. Not avoid it, not put something on top of it. That's like putting clean newspaper, going, oh, it's clean. Not too helpful. So instead, you're going to write down the negative thought. So you're getting it out of your head. And instead of looking at it like, oh, I can't believe, oh, that's just so stupid. Why would I think that way? I shouldn't be thinking that. I know better than. Remove all of the judgment. Instead, looking at it going, huh, that's the thought I had. That's it. That's the thought I created. When I think that thought, how do I feel? Jot down the feeling. So you're writing down the negative thought and the feeling that comes with it. So you get familiar. When that feeling comes, likely that thought is there. When that thought is there, you understand why that feeling is there. So it's just helping you to become more aware of the thought, helping you to become more aware of the emotion. And you'll also notice when you feel that, where do you feel it? So number 1, you're writing it down, you're noticing the emotion and where you're feeling it in your body. Then on the other side of that same piece of paper, so you're going to take a piece of paper, you're going to fold it in half, just like that. And then you're going to write down the negative thought, right, on this side here, the emotion that comes with it, and what you feel, where you feel it, your chest, your throat, maybe everywhere, maybe your head, maybe you feel blood pressure. Just jot that down. So you're just becoming aware of your experience without judgment, more like a scientist going, oh, that's what I'm doing. Total judgment-free space. Then on the other side, right, so this other side here, you're going to allow yourself to jot down what is the blessing from this experience. So for example, somebody who says, oh man, I'm so OCD. Well, a blessing from that is being very organized, on top of everything. Probably everything's really clean, or at least that area that we're OCD about is clean. If I might put like I'm ADD, well, I've had to create a lot of things to help me, a lot of resources and a lot of steps, a lot of things to compensate for that. So it allows you to take a look at the negative, what you've been in judgment of, and then go, oh, well, this has been what's come from it. So it helps to support you to see that it's okay that you've been in that space and you've learned a lot from it. And it gives you permission to remove that extra judgment that's going on. And it just allows for healing to begin. It just allows it. So you don't have to question it. You don't have to wonder. And the idea is not to make yourself feel worse. So that's why we're removing any judgment out of that activity. So that's number one. And that can take you just a few moments. It took me longer to explain it than it'll take you to do it. And then number two, you're going to take those positive things and you're going to be able to look into the mirror or look into your selfie phone and you're going to be able to say to yourself, you know what? You've been really thinking in a negative way, but it actually helped you to be more conscientious of how other people feel. Good job there. It actually helped you to be more careful with how you are at work and how you are with your work activities and so on. So you allow yourself to practice that, and just like you would be acknowledging someone else that works for you or acknowledging someone else that you just so love, the same thing works when you're acknowledging you, looking into your eyes and speaking kindness into where you used to only speak judgment. So that really helps to make a difference. And again, it'll take you less time than it took me to explain it. So the idea is to allow this to take you maybe 5 minutes, if that, each day. And you can do it a minute throughout the day. If you want to take 10 minutes, you can, absolutely. But it's just to help you to get that jump into feeling better, get that jump into releasing negative thinking. And as you practice it, you're going to shift from creating this neural pathway in your brain. And you're going to now notice that that's not the path I go down anymore. Just like if you ride a bike, you see the path is etched. But you decide and realize that there's a way smoother way to go, beautiful view, more relaxed, or way more exciting. And so you just don't go that way anymore. And then the grass starts to grow and fill it in, the leaves start the trees start to grow, the bushes, and then you don't even see a path there anymore. So the same thing works with your mind. You're taking yourself from that old path that you just kept doing, that seems easy and you're used to it. So this way seems a little different and I don't know, and just let yourself try it on. And you can look at the post that I put to remind you with the little pictures. So then thirdly, you're going to make sure you set time on your calendar to do relaxing things. Make sure you're eating well, so you're planning your meals. It doesn't have to be extensive. You just make a bigger pot of food and then you plug it into little containers so you're able to take it with you, or you freeze some so you're able to pull it out on a busy day. So it doesn't have to be super extra work. And then as you do that, you're allowing your body to feel better. You're allowing your mind to get the rest that you need. And then the other thing, as you're including these things in your life, finding time for laughter. And like I've said, even, and I didn't used to do this, I thought it was very strange. Just laugh for no reason, right? Just like, okay, I'm gonna laugh. Right? You just decide it and then you do it. And then in the midst of doing it, you're making yourself laugh even more. So initially you started off just making yourself do it and then you're just doing it. And every time I do it, I feel so silly that I just start laughing even more. Just do that throughout the day. And you might be like, oh my gosh, that's so silly. That's perfect. It works. It brings those positive endorphin. It brings you from shifting into being so serious and so tied into how it has to be, into, gosh, this is silly. Let's be silly. So the other thing that you're going to take a look at is not just writing those things on your calendar, but also setting time where you can be kind to yourself and kind to others. Even if you're just sending gratitude to others. Like, for example, I am so grateful for you. Even those of you who pop on and don't say anything, I am so grateful that you're here. I'm so proud of you that you're learning these new things and taking on your life. Like, I know you could be doing so many other things, and many people are. And so, giving you that gratitude and letting you know that truth just fills me up. And I can feel love pouring into me as I'm pouring into you. And that just like it can't, that can't be bad, right? It just brings this beautiful energy, this higher energy of love and connection and peace. And for those of you who are not watching this, you don't even know, but I'm pouring it out to all of you. And so in my mind, I'm thinking of each of your names and your faces and the things that we've talked about, and I'm sending you that same. And so even though you may not see it, you're going to feel it throughout today because energy flows from us to each other. That's why when you walk into a room, you can feel if you don't want to talk to a person and you haven't even met them yet, because that energy flows. We're amazing creations. And then also add uplifting, inspiring, motivational things into your life, like movies and music. There's some music you may not notice. You might be like, oh, that's so beautiful. But when you let yourself think about it, it's like, where do you feel that beautiful? Is it a beautiful in a sad way? Is it beautiful in an agonizing way? Is it beautiful in a heartbreaking way? And those are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I love to listen to piano and I love to listen to violin. But I've realized that they bring this deep sadness sometimes. And that's okay. But when I'm in a space where that sadness isn't really effective for me, or that deep, heavy experience isn't what I need in the moment, I need to put on dance music, roop roop, or I need to put on a fiddle, right? And kick it up, right? And I need the high end piano versus the low end piano. So just notice what's going on for you in the music that you're listening to or the movies that you're watching. I love a Hallmark movie. I love totally drama and, shoot 'em up movies. But there's sometimes I just need fun and laughter and connection and comedy. So take a look at what is it that you need that's going to bring you to a higher energy, a higher vibration, a higher connection to love, a higher connection to where it is you get to be. And so that way you go, oh, no wonder I feel depressed. That was a very depressing movie. No wonder I feel depressed. Although those words are really beautiful in that song, the melody is so sad. Or the melody is great and the words are awful. So it allows you to take a look at those things. And as you're thinking about them now and being very mindful of them, again, these steps will happen for you in 5 minutes. So practice them, and you could take longer if you'd like to, but my point is to help you to realize it doesn't have to take long. It can seem 60 seconds can seem like a really long time. So you can even set your alarm for 60 seconds for each task, and you could either do them all together, right? Or you can do them at separate times during the day. But allow yourself to do them, each one of them, for 7 days, and notice how you're feeling. Notice what's coming up for you. Then you might notice once you find, hey, I do need to have some more uplifting music, and I'm going to play it all day. You might find that one of these tasks is something that ends up being a support for you throughout the day. So share with the group how it's working for you, what little step you like best. If you like all of them, how are they coming together? And just share that here in the group. You're going to find that you are practicing a deeper, calmer mindfulness. You are practicing a deeper, calmer self love for your mind, your body, and your spirit. And that spirit, that soul, it just needs it so much. And you deserve it. And you don't have to be wondering when it's coming from someone else. Instead, now you're creating it for you. So we're going to talk about this over the next 7 days, and we're also going to have any other questions or concerns that you guys have come up with this challenge. So you're feeling good, you're feeling great, and we're starting it on a Friday, so it gives you the opportunity. You can start today or you can start tomorrow. Let me know what day you start, and you'll find you're just feeling so much better. So take it on, let me know how you're doing, and if you have any questions with any of the steps, just let me know. There is no stupid question except for the ones that we feel too stupid to ask. So if you have that come up like, oh, that's a stupid question, or they're going to think that's stupid, then that's the only agreement I have with you. All right, let's have fun with it. Allow yourself to realize there is no stupid question and ask away, and we get to support each other. You take care of you and know that you're loved. Bring it in. Squishy hugs all the way. Sending you hugs and love and care and gratitude. Thank you for being amazing. I'll talk with you tomorrow for Silly Saturday. If you have any silly topics that you would like to talk about, let me know. If you have any embarrassing moments you'd like to talk about, let me know. We'll include those on Silly Saturday because it's fun to be silly. Bye, guys.